Hey! Don't forget to post your. I know, I know. I had issues of the technical variety. I know I should start earlier, but I just can't. My ADHD won't allow me to. But anyway, how's it going? It's been like, what, 3 weeks? Has it really only been 2 weeks? If it has, fantastic. I've never had that happen to me. If it's been longer than that, then yeah, that adds up. Oh man. But yep, how's it going, y'all? Oh, and boop, and boop, and a boop, and a boop, 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 and notification group. Get y'all in here. There we go. There we go. Perfect. It's almost like I planned it from the beginning. I'm almost entirely good. Glad to see you're doing well today. Ah, yeah. It's been great. I'm actually probably going to, and hopefully I'll be even better because I'm thinking of just talking with my boss tomorrow and saying about changing my availability. So instead of working 11 to 12-hour days, I'll be working 10 to 11-hour days, which would be fantastic. Just cutting off that last hour appointment. Ooh, that makes all the difference in the world. But oh yeah, and I'm super excited. I was like half tempted to not do one today cuz I'm like, "Oh, I have so much to prep." But I know myself way too well. So I know that if I didn't do anything, nothing would get done anyway. Nothing would get done anyway, so might as well do something here today. Hold on. I'm missing some. There we go. My microphone's missing its hat. There. Perfect. Especially for drives. Oh, 100%. Chances. Yeah, chat's never works. I swear chat only works after we bring up chat doesn't work. I switch over to the backup chat and then chat starts working. I don't know how. I don't know why. That's just what it does. And that should take care of it. Why not? I'll have all three chats running. Because that won't cause me a headache at all later on. But yeah, I'm excited. I'm super excited. Because not only am I, this is the first vacation I'm taking in 2.5, 3 years. Yeah, my first vacation in 2 years. My first solo vacation in 6 years. But it's gonna be to a horse convention, which I've been greatly missing. My wallet hasn't, but I've been missing greatly. If anyone wants to meet me in person, Uh, I'll be there, and yeah, I won't forget pictures. No worries. And I was planning on dressing up my little guy here today in my con outfit, but then I ran out of time. Which one was it? It's Everfree Northwest, happening in Seattle, Washington. If any of you's in that area or planning on heading over there, you can meet me potentially. I'll be really easy to spot. I'll be try. I'll hold on. Let's see. Can I speed run putting my con outfit onto my guy? If if I could do that in like less than a half an hour, ah, kudos to me. If I can't, then yeah, this never was on the rails to begin with. I'll have to look, but there's an artist that I love his work, and I found out he'll be at one selling some. Ooh, oh yeah, absolutely. I'll grab some stuff. Just let's see. Uh, nope, that's the wrong folder. Di- Um, sitting guard two. Why am I so bad at naming things? Let's try sitting. Sitting sounds all right. Nope. That is. Just let me exit out of it. Okay, I'm close. Save and close. Okay, so it's not that. Oh, it was made in 2015. No wonder I. Base. There we go. Wait, no, it can't. It must be base because it's all about that bass. About that bass. No treble. Baron Angle. Yes, I am going to Baron Angle's con, or not con. I'm going to Baron Angle's uh, workshop that he's doing on lucid dreaming there uh, on Friday. That's great. I've actually met him a handful of times, and he was actually telling me that the reason behind his lucid dreaming is actually like a medical condition that he's had since like he was a kid, and he's actually been asked to be part of studies to study this kind of medical condition, and he's just kind of like, yeah, maybe, but not right now. But yeah, it's so cool. The dude lucid. If you haven't heard of Baron Angle, the guy lucid dreams every single night, and he has multiple MLP dreamscapes, or he has multiple dream plot threads going on. He has like a furry one, an anthro pony one, and a pony one going on. Super highly detailed. He he's actually living in the world as his own character, and then he gets the relevant plot threads coming in as he's like waking up. So when he's in his dream, he's his character, and then outside his dream, he actually is like, "Oh yeah, while you were partying around trying to learn how to fly over here, major plot threads was happening over here." That oh man. Oh yeah, I'll definitely pick some up for you. Um, if you want, there's this other creator, Earth Pony Creations. Uh, I met them at BronyCon back in 2018. They did laser cut. Um, they did laser etched wood with Baron's artwork with his permission, so you could actually see. So you could actually get like wood reliefs of some of his Uh, some of his landscapes. Like if you I think I got the Crystal Empire, uh, the Tree Berry, and I want to say Canterlot, probably, but just like some of the landscape work. And even better, and also really cool is when I bought Roan, which is a tabletop RPG that Baron did some of the artwork for, especially the cover art. I actually got him to sign it at the con. It was really cool. He actually drew like a quick little sketch in there for me. But yeah, so I'm gonna be there meeting some of my friends that live out in Ohio. Um, Gonna be going and uh, hanging out. Not hanging out. I'm gonna go and talk with Bear and Angle again. I'm also going to go and who's the other person I was going to go see? This is really embarrassing because I was super excited to go see them again. When is this con? It is this weekend, Friday through Sunday, in Seattle. So if you want to come on down, you're the next contestants on The Price is Right. um, and Baron's panel itself is on Friday at 12:45 to like 1:45. So if you want to go there, that's great as well. What? Welcome, Karma. Gosh, we got Karma and Karma. I only found out he's there and sells the OGR work. Oh yeah, absolutely. You can find so much stuff there. David Silver is going to be there too. He's the one behind Pony Finder. Oh, why are you using alt accounts? Alt accounts in the same chat? Oh man, that yeah, I shouldn't be surprised, but it's funny. Oh, there we go. The chat came back. My first time looking at the chat, and oh my gosh, the chat on the stream is just completely ruined. Hold on, let's get rid of that one, and that one. There we go. Now it looks okay. It makes my chat look more active. Imagine if OBS lets you put a little animation so I could just have it bob up and down to make it look like my chat's constantly responding. Yeah, so let's see. David Silver's there, Baron Angle, and who else? I know Earth Pony Creations is going to be there. Going to try and get some more stuff from them that, like, they did great work. Meeting up with some friendos. Uh, and let's see. Yeah, with Looney. Actually, no, that's a lie. Looney isn't one to be hung out with. He is ADHD to the max and will just roam the con constantly. Uh, you'll see him. You might see him peek into panels, but if he's there longer than 5 minutes, he gets bored and leaves. Like normally he's a pretty chill dude, but in con mode, his ADHD goes up to 37, and he's like, okay, time to get all that ADHD energy out in a handful of days so I can be calm for the rest of the year. Oh, I was distracted. I was going to put a little hat on my guy. Let's see if I can still put a little hat on my guy. Can I? Does that work? That should work. Hey! Okay. So I'll put a little hat on me. Ignore all this. It, I also need... I need one more thing. Because, funny enough, I did actually... I didn't prepare this, but I did make a thing ages ago. Let's see. Is it unfinished? No. It can't be unfinished because I never finished it. Sketches. Why is it in a list view instead of so I can actually see what I'm looking at? Um, need big sketches. Need big icons. Extra large. Okay. Now I can only see four at a time, but at least I can see something. Nope, nope, oh, oh, nope, 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 nope. I really need to clear out this folder. Nope. Sheepificator. I forgot about Sheepificator. Eggs extra age. I don't like that. Welcome, V. Well, you know what eggs extra aged are, right? If you order eggs extra aged, you know what they're supposed to give you? A chicken. Either that or the 100-year egg that that's popular in some parts of the world. You're really rolling the dice either way, but uh, who doesn't like a good gamba? And I have a feeling I'm going to have to keep on trying to find out new ways of putting eggs in the title until I stop procrastinating and talk about the and talk about the elephant in the room of the egg, the eggling. You you pressure cook eggs, so isn't that just speeding the process? I don't pressure cook. Who's pressure cooking eggs? They'll explode. Eggs are strong, but they're not that strong. Actually, what am I saying? Wait, hold on. New V lore just unlocked. What? You pressure? Why? You pressure cooking eggs? Why? I, uh, yeah. Honestly, I wasn't expecting that V lore to be dropped. That Drake lore to be dropped today. Man, yeah, no, I was not expecting that. I was not expecting to hear V pressure cooks eggs, which, sauna eggs. I haven't heard of this. No, go back. Go back. Now I have to. You pressure cook an egg for sauna eggs. Oh, it's a Korean thing. Oh, interesting. I would have thought they would have cracked for under pressure. Ah. Although, from all the pictures of what it looks like, it almost looks like you either need to soak it or you're supposed to, like, use really good eggs, which, as Americans, we don't have access to unless we know someone who has chickens. Oh, they taste more nutty? Oh. The the egg white tastes a bit like popcorn, and the yolk ends up with the consistency of peanut butter. It's weird, but I really like it. Okay, which kind of peanut butter? Are we talking about smooth peanut butter or are we talking about chunky peanut butter? Because I would prefer not to have chunky peanut butter texture eggs. I mean, we're all weird. We're all talking horses in this. Okay, so okay, because I'm a crunchy. I sit between liking crunchy and smooth peanut butter half the time. I'm liking crunchy more because of the texture. So when you immediately say peanut butter texture, my mind goes to crunchy peanut butter. I'm like, how does it get crunchy peanut butter vibes in an egg? You like milk chunky. Isn't that just yogurt? Oh my gosh. Hold on. Let me. I I want to see it as an icon. Thank you. Cottage cheese. Okay. Yeah, no, you're right. You're right. Base plush number 4. Gosh, I need to really work on my naming schema. Sch- Schema. Yeah. Uh, I don't even recognize half these file types. Oh, I'm searching in the whole desktop? No, I just wanted to search in the art folder. Oh my gosh. I think I'm not going to get anywhere with this. The reason why I wanted that picture is because I previously drew my con outfit onto onto my horse, but it took a while, and I wanted to take a shortcut. Glottage, glottage, jeez. Nope. We're done. We're done with that. Oh man, but yeah, no, I've actually never tried. I don't think I've ever tried cottage cheese, or if I had, I don't think I liked it. Because from what I know, cottage cheese is sour, and I'm not a big old. I'm not the biggest fan of sour slash bitter foods. Um, Same thing with sour cream. I know so many people that'll just be like, "Yeah, I eat sour cream with a spoon," and I'm like, "Why? Why would you do that to yourself?" Like, I like cottage cheese if it's like mixed in with things, like a walking taco, or if you're putting it in like a pasta dish or something like that. But just by itself on top of a regular taco, that it goes a little bit too far for me, honestly. Yeah, I don't think I'll be able to get my con outfit onto my horse. At least not in another half hour. Let's see. Actually, I haven't even tried. Why am I giving up already? Come on. Give me. Yeah. Wait, is this the right tool? Can you tell it's been a while since I've drawn anything substantial? Let's see. I will. It goes it goes like this. The fourth and the fifth with the minor fall and the major lift, because the baffled king is it's a broken hallelujah. Let's see. Oh, that's a thick one. Uh, let's tone you down slight. 10? Yeah. And this is all vector art is just cheating in great ways to make it seem like you're actually good at art. And you just fool everyone around you. Oh yeah, V, welcome to the. I did welcome you, but I didn't officially welcome you. So, V, welcome to the stream. Happy Sunday to y'all. Hopefully it's been good. If it hasn't, then make it. Then make it good. Oh gosh. My brain is cottage cheese right now. Do I have any explanation for that? None whatsoever. But I can officially say my brain is probably cottage cheese at this point. Oh, that's way too tight of a curve. Not for this jacket. Actually, I think it might be better if it's that, and then I can just do that and no. Oh, that's maybe. I don't know. If you thought I was going to be better at art than I was at making random horse noises, I'm sorry. I'm sorry to disappoint. um, but yeah, my con outfit can be described as a trilby, which is like a fedora but better, and a Minecraft creeper hoodie. And you might be like, Equinox, why is that your con outfit out of anything that could be your con outfit? And to that, I say, I don't know. I was probably, let's see, I was in high school when I was doing it. So the whole discovering yourself thing happened after that point. So, yeah, I had no control over that. And now I'm just way too committed to the bit to change. Much like my OC. Like, I like it. I like him. He's a good little dude. I I want to change the coloration on him, but too many people know me as this little dude for me to change him from this little dude. So I am stuck with my own hubris until I grow enough of a spine to have a different little dude represent me. Which, funny enough, I do have a different little dude that represents me. I don't think I've shown. No, I've shown him on stream before. It is Solstice for anyone that is curious about that. My little brown and green woodland creature. Yeah, that is who represents that is the little guy I like more out of the two of them. And so, just so I can say, uh, just so I can be like, no, this is my OC as well. I have, um, I just have it be so that, oh, Solstice, Equinox. Oh yeah, they're the same person. And that's how I get around those kinds of things. And I think I'm going to do that. Then you're going to go and no, yeah. Uh, but yeah, super excited for the con. If you want me to pick up some artwork for you, Karma, yeah, honestly I would be more than happy to do so. I'm already going to be picking up a bunch of stuff for both me and some other friendos. Like with for those of you who have no idea, who haven't heard, um, Lulu just kind of blew up their whole fan fiction printing scene, uh, and a lot of books have been a lot of horse words uh, have been deleted, and lots of popular creators like the Pony Feather publications. They've had their whole accounts deleted. Many indie authors have had the service removed from them. So it seems like the only way going forward with Horseword printings is going to be is strictly only limited runs that someone has to manage. And since no one wants to really do that long term, that means it's going to be books are going to be like more rare than they already are, which is a shame. I like horse words. In fact, I was about to say I have a job reading horse words, but no, this is a great little hobby because something I learned early on is uh, never let your hobby become work. Which is why I also never take commissions for art because I never want to let my hobby become a job. Could I? Oh, absolutely. Could I make money out of it? Absolutely. Do I want to? Nah. Eh, I'm good. But yeah, so I'm going to try and. So Twilight's Book Nook is going to be a little bit light this year compared to previous years. So I'm going to be picking some up, especially the Chrysalis by Phoenix Dragon. I want to see if they have that there so I can snag that story. Never have I read it? No, but it's a story about changelings in a post-apocalyptic wasteland. Fallout Equestria, but with a changeling instead. It's from what it seems like, looks great. Is that the Fallout one? There's a lot of Fallout ones. In fact, Fallout Equestria is kind of like its own like little subgenre. So like I own the original Fallout Equestria. I own Project Horizons, Duck and Cover, and Dead Tree. At least the first part of Dead Tree. And what's funny? Oh, and also Murky Number Seven, and I believe Pink Eyes. What's the funniest thing about most of the books that I've collected over the years is that I I haven't read most of them, which sounds like a weird thing to collect books but not read them. But I have a reason. It's not a good reason, that's a reason. It'll promote me to read them eventually. Maybe. Who knows? I certainly don't because they've still been sitting on my shelves for the last who knows how long and still haven't even been opened yet. Even funner fact, my my copy of the Martian uh, is actually a misprint. It got misprinted so bad, some of the chapters are in the wrong places. And that's incredibly funny. But since it's been like 5 years since the printing, when I discovered it, I was like, yeah, I'm not even going to bother reaching back out to the organizer and be like, hey, this is misprinted. The pile of shame. You should really read Pink Eyes, Murky Nipper. So no, I haven't read most of them, but I have read Pink Eyes. I've read Pink Eyes, Project Horizons, and most of Heroes. I read Heroes up until the point it was finished on FinFiction, and then never checked up on it again. Apparently, it's finished now, but I haven't finished it in my readings, and I also need to read Murky Number Seven. I have read plenty of other Fallout books, but none of them are currently being published, or in fact, some of them aren't even finished. I still haven't even finished Message in a Bottle. I finished the first part, and then kind of lost interest in the second part. Lots of Starscribe books on my shelves currently. But yeah, Fallout Equestria is a good one if you want to get. What's really funny is that started reading that book series with no knowledge of Fallout, so a lot of the Fallout jokes flew over my head completely. Still a fun read. Still a very, very fun read. Uh, and I actually just read it again this last year. I listened to its audiobook this last year. Really good book. Unfortunately, because of the banning that all those credit card publishers are doing currently, it's it's not looking good. Um, uh, which, because Fall Equestria has adult content in it, it's now not no longer being hosted on Itch.io, which, gosh, it's the worst. Anyway, also new chat. No, this is the chat that I do whenever I'm drawing while chatting with y'all. Um, yeah. it's it's mostly so I can mess around because the other chat didn't look as good in this format because I don't have a spot for you. But now I do. So that makes everything better. Right now I'm drawing my con outfit. Um, do I need to draw it on my little dude? No. Have I been compelled to do so? Uh, by some being that I have no idea? Yes. Oh, no. You opacity. You are up to normal now. I forgot I drew this guy in circles before I actually drew the guy. Oh, that makes so much sense for why it's a little bit janky. And also a little bit more not janky. He's more bubbly. It's a very bubbly kind of thing. That is honestly the perfect green for this outfit. Any I will find anything to do except read in his reading live streams. I Hey, just because it's true doesn't mean you have to say it out loud. I should probably save a copy to 2025 08 17 Equinox con out. Yeah, yeah, and now that we have more people here, I might be able to to start. Let's see. I'm going to somehow make it your fault the entire time. Yeah, I just recently read it. I was just watching a video earlier today about all the Roblox controversy, and oh my gosh, there's so much shit going on. And I try and bury my head in the sand and just be like, "Ugh, just one day at a time." And then this shit happens, where it's affecting my horse words and affecting my nieces and nephews because they're on Roblox. Roblox. I can't even pronounce their name correctly. That's how little I don't get into this stuff. And gosh, yeah, that's going to be a fun conversation to have with my sister and my brother to be like, hey, you need to get your kids off this platform. So yeah, and then yeah, and you know the kids are definitely not going to be able to understand that. You know, like how Chrome don't start. Yeah, honestly, yeah, I'll just stop there because I don't want to bring I don't want to talk about that kind of stuff in my good natured live streams. Right? Can you believe the audacity of someone not giving the fans what they want? Nervous glances around. Yeah, we see you. We see you, V. uh, but Roblox controversy, there's so many. Come to the furry side. You think I am not already there? You think I'm not already on the furry side? I I go around as a horse all day long. Uh, People don't know it, but I am actually a horse. This isn't drawn by me. This is an actual picture. This little guy, this one right here. Yeah, no, this is actual video recording of me. I can hold perfectly still and uh, only move my mouth in half a frame. That's why the camera never picks up on it. And that perfect green screen behind me makes it so it's a flawless stream every single time. Uh, I've been here listening from when you started talking about your not a fedora outfit. Oh, yeah. Come to the furry side. Use Firefox. I've been using Firefox since like 2018. It's a fine browsing experience. Honestly, I don't get why many people are like, "Oh, Firefox is only for developers." It's it's fine. It's it's very Chrome-like nowadays. People overreact. In all ways except physical, I am actually a horse. Equine neighs sadly at the sunset. I do normally, but Truffle doesn't work on Firefox. Does Truffle not work on Firefox anymore? I mean, I should probably know. Um, let me. At least the Truffle dashboard works. Maybe not the thing itself. I'm not actually sure. Also on Firefox, great browser. Make sure you go into the config and kill the AI chat box. Yes, absolutely. Murder those AIs. Wasn't letting me download for Firefox. Weird. Very weird. Hold on. Let me go back into my Firefox thing. Oh, you can actually see my Firefox thing. Hold on. Let me just move that off screen for a second. I don't need you looking at my tabs real quick. Nothing that, not that there's anything wrong with you looking at my tabs, but it's like when someone's reading over your shoulder. It just annoys you even if you're doing nothing wrong. Every single time someone starts reading over my shoulder, and they're like, I'm like, could you not? They're like, what, are you getting into something? No, I just don't like someone reading over my shoulder. Unless I invite you to read over my shoulder, do not shoulder surf me. Oh, that's a theme. So how you get rainbow in the corner by you go to about colon add-ons, and it's in the themes, and then you can just have rainbow dash uh, as the top part of your browser. It's pretty cool. Um, am I going to have to hold on? Let me pull open my channel and the stream itself so I can look at this and find out. Does Truffle really not work? No, Truffle works. Maybe is it not letting you download it? Maybe. Because I Truffle works for me on Firefox, but maybe the add-on. Oh, it hasn't been updated since last year. Whew. I don't like showing people my tabs. Honestly, my tabs are pretty tame compared to uh, to what most people are. And some people, they're like, oh yeah, I have 20,000 tabs open. And I'm like, I would never be able to get done. Instead, I have three different windows open, all with 5 to 8 tabs on their own. I need one for every bit of screen real estate that I have, because I have a horizontal monitor and I have a vertical monitor. If I got a third monitor, it would also be a it would also be a vertical monitor to go full TIE fighter. Full TIE fighter mode, that's what I want. Um, can I... Is there no way to look at uh, that? Firefox add support? Could I... Truffle? Oh, they removed Truffle from... Oh, I have a delisted... I have a delisted thing in my in it. Interesting. Ah, that would probably... Yeah, that would probably... Hold on, is it just looking in themes? Short by... No, there's... As far as I can tell, Truffle has been removed. Although I did find something called Fluffle, which is helping finding sources of furry artwork, which, honestly, that is needed in some parts of the community. But, okay, so... Gosh, every time I go to my channel, I hate... Look at this. I I need to redo this desperately. I'm just not enough of an artist to actually do anything about that. Alright, let's hide that. Now you don't need to see my tabs. Reminds me of that old Google extension that turned words into pony words. Funny you should mention that one. I also still have that extension. Also, again, funny enough on that is that I had to disable it for pony sites like FimFiction, so uh, that way people could actually get the whole thing of anybody versus every pony. Because I was reading a passage with that on, and I was like, every pony. What's every pony? Don't you mean every pony? No, every pony. I'm like, oh my gosh, it's actively messing with the reading experience. So I had to blacklist FimFiction from being included in that browser extension. Um, yeah, but yeah, I think I still have that. I might have deactivated it now. What was it called? Let's see. Clear. Don't track me, Google. Facebook container. FimFic to EPUB. The last pass. Return. Tamper monkey. uBlock. Wayback. Decentralized. Ponify reharmonized. That's what it's called, is Ponify reharmonized. And you can still get it on Firefox. uh, but yeah, also another one of my favorite extensions on here, especially for uploading downloading all your books in your library, is the FimFic to EPUB by DJazz. Great extension. You can only get it on Firefox now because of what Chrome did. Check the Discord. Hold on. Yeah. Hey! Oh, that's great. oh, I guess this is a good time to show you. This is my streaming setup. This is my horizontal monitor. This is what I see every time I stream. And then on my vertical monitor, I have the top part for the YouTube chat, and the bottom part for OBS, so I can actually keep tabs on everything all the time. Why are you messaging me? Yeah, that's fine. Uh, there, go back. There we go. Truffle be rude. Some, I don't. I still don't know what truffle be rude is mean. What does it mean? Is it rude because it's symmetrical? You saw what? I only have very innocent Discord groups that I'm a part of. Very, very innocent ones, and you will definitely never be able to find them all. Oh, thank goodness for my. Hold on, I need to mute Discord real quick from so I can save me from myself. There we go. Perfect. Symmetrical about the monitor setup. Yeah, no, I can't do two horizontal monitors. I just have to look around way too much. So my main monitor is horizontal, and my vertical monitor. I have one vertical monitor off to my right, so I can have a YouTube video playing in one quadrant, Discord in the other, and then everything else takes place on my main monitor. And then if I got a second monitor, or if I got a third monitor, it would also be vertical but on the left side. Full TIE Fighter experience right there. It means I can't download it? What do you mean it means you can't download it? Hold on. No, you can download it. It's right there. Or is it. Wait, what do you. Oh, was seeing your DMs. Yeah, you saw a DM with a friend that we're all part of a local brony group that we go out and eat at a restaurant every single Sunday. It's this it's this really not 70s or 80s style. It's a one of those old diner kind of styles, and we eat there every Sunday. It's like 45 minutes away cuz that's where most of the people we hang out with live. So we travel up there, hang out with them for a bit, eat dinner, and then we come back. We're actually planning on expanding into uh, a full meetup. It's going to be called the Looney Bin. We're going to it's going to be kind of, instead of being full pony group, it's going to be a kind of a style of Saturday morning cartoons, but at Sunday night because we realize that people rarely have Saturday mornings off. And it's too busy at the time. Oh, Truffle Beeroot means I can't download it. Okay. Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. That's weird that I can download that I still have the extension. I guess it's kind of like apps on your phone. You can have discontinued apps, but as soon as you restart them, that's when the issue comes to play. Oh, come on. Also, been getting back into Brandon Sanderson's work. Because now I drive all the time. So it's kind of needed for lots of driving jobs where you just kind of have to you just kind of have to work with it sometimes. Eh. E, e, e. No, no, no. We're not having that. Not having that. Not today. Please move. There we go. And then, oh, no. Was that really all the colors? Is just these three? I mean, I can work with that. I can work with that very much so. It just feels like there should be more than just those three. And if anyone's wondering, yes, this is my actual con outfit. If anyone wants to meet me at Everfree, just look for the guy in this jacket, and that'll probably be me. And if you're unsure about that, I'm still good. My badge is going to say Equinox 3141. If you're still unsure and don't want to ask a random stranger, hey, can I read your badge real quick? I will also be wearing a trilby. So you have plenty of options to try and find me if you're there at Everfree this weekend. Wait, he sounds familiar. What does he make? Hold on. You, sorry, I haven't looked in a half a second. What did I say that made you that reminded you of something? Who sounds familiar? Why? Why sounds familiar? I mean, it's really funny because I keep getting comments on on my first video, um, which is super funny. I get comments all the time saying things like, "This dude sounds like Moist Critical," uh, or Moist Critical is secretly a pony YouTuber. Oh, Sanderson. Yeah, Brandon Sanderson. He's the one that did the Mistborn series, did the Way of Kings series. Um, uh, let's see, what or no, not Way of King series. It's the Stormlight Archives. That's the official title. If you heard of the Cosmere, that's him. He's a very famous author. He's a very famous fantasy author that kind of made the modern fantasy genre of like hard magic systems. He's the progenitor of hard magic systems. And it all started from when he was at a book convention in his youth, and one of the guys that was running a panel on magic said, "What's the most important thing about magic?" And Sanderson, being 15, raises his hand and said, "Because the most is that it has rules." And everyone laughed at him for that. And then he proceeded to write several very well made series that proved every single person wrong that magic should have rules because it's more fun to have things happen. It makes sense from a magic standpoint than magic being an ex machina. um, he did a collab with Nerdforge recently, um, where they did a supersized version of all his stories. Um, let me see. Let me look at all the books that I have from him. Hold on. Hold the phone. Come on. Are you not going to open now that I'm showing everyone my library? Hold on. Authors. Sanderson. There we go. Yeah, I have 28 of his books. Oh, Defiance, a great series. But yeah, this is. Oh, Tress. If you want like a nice opener into his Cosmere, Tress is a really good one to start off on because it's nice, self contained, uh, with some references to the Cosmere, but you don't really need to lean into it that far. Some people say The Final Empire is a great starter into his work, but that's if you kind of like the post apocalypse kind of deal. Um, but yeah, so uh, the idea behind Mistborn is that it's a post apocalypse where the evil king has already won. They call him the Lord Emperor, and how do you fight back against someone who is already the prophesized hero to be, and he became evil. Sunlit Man's kind of good if you like that. He described it as a kind of John Wayne Western theme where old guy with a mysterious past rolls into town, solves everyone's problems, and is gone by the end of the adventure. In a way, it gives people chance to follow and know that there are limits. It makes certain situations very tense if you know magic can't work because X or Y. Exactly. Um, for example, if you're a fan of Avatar: The Last Airbender, that has a fairly hard magic system in it, and anything that comes from that magic system makes it more interesting. It's like, oh, waterbenders can they like I bet they could bend ice. And then when they bend ice, you're like, okay, that makes sense. Or earthbenders being able to and not being able to bend metal because it's pure because it's not rocks. And then someone pointing out where it's like, well, it's not perfectly pure, so Toph gets away by being the first metal bender because she's the only one that's able to sense the microscopic amount of earth in metal, and the way that's shown in the show, all for except like the last fight scene, the big battle, is that she has to be in physical contact and manhandle any metal that she's bending because it's even more stubborn than earth bending even is. Even fire going into lightning bending, where it's like you're not really a bender of lightning. You generate it and then you let it flow. You have no control over it at all. Being an earthbender in the middle of the ocean, yeah, you're kind of screwed at that point. Gosh, reminds me of the Shyamalan movie where earthbenders are in the middle an of of just like a random forest, earth all around them, and they do jack. They do jack shit with all this earth around them. I mean, granted, it takes six guys to fling a tiny pebble, so I don't know. We don't talk about the Shyamalan Airbender movie. It does not exist. Uh, or like airbending, being able to pretty much being like invisible and super powerful, but thank goodness that the people that use it practice being like pacifists or else they would just completely take over the world. Perfect continuity. Waterbender in the middle of a desert? Oh, they're screwed. There's no movie in Ba Sing Se. Yes, absolutely. Which is why I kind of disliked Korra's take on the magic system in lots of ways. Mostly because they made waterbending way too overpowered. Like, oh yes, it a waterbender can do energy bending. Oh, and a bloodbender doesn't need the full moon anymore. Like, granted, that probably would be the case eventually. Someone works up, but I liked but the idea of it's a technique that is so much harder than regular water bending, and they get their powers from the moon that they actively have to have the moon's help in order to bloodbend. Bloodbending is also another great feat for waterbenders, being like, well, blood's made out of water. Can't they bloodbend? And then you see it and you're like, oh, I I knew it. Also, that's terrifying. Like, I'll bend the water out of your body. I cast suffocate. uh, Wheel of Time is probably my favorite hard magic system since you get to see it from the perspective of people who both have no idea what the rules are and people using their intimate knowledge of lol Dune. The rules the rules to rule lawyer their way through a magic problem. uh Gosh, I've only read the first Dune novel. Pretty good. I don't know if I'm interested enough to read the second Dune novel. And when it comes to the Wheel of Time, I want to love it so bad. I really want to like it really, really bad. Unfortunately, let's see, it's not even on here. Um, oh no, right? It is. Unfortunately, one of the main characters acts so angsty and so emo all the time. It's very hard to read through. Everyone says he gets good. He gets good eventually, and I'm like, please let it. Oh, please when, and I'll just skip to that part. I can't take him right now. He gets better. Yes, Brandon Sanderson did write the last three Wheel of Time books. That's what you know him from. Uh, the direction it takes is really weird. It almost feels like some DBZ stuff. Yeah, 100%. Um, I'm like, as soon as I heard that he from Dune, I got lost in the sauce. I got lost from the plot where it's like, oh yeah, like he combines him or his son combines with the worms, and I'm like, what? Huh? And funny enough, my brother, he's a big sci-fi nerd, and he read Dune. He did not like Dune at all. He's like, I can see where all the ideas from modern sci-fi come from with this book. It's just there's you can tell it's the he's the first person that stepped into this arena because he does a lot of ideas, doesn't execute it well, and others came on behind him and did it much better. Is his review of Dune? And then with Wheel of Time, Rodarin, I think that's his name. He's way too angsty. Like he had a good level of angst. Uh, he had a good level of angst for the first book. No, Randall Thor. He had a good level of angst for the first book. Second book, he's getting even more angsty, and I'm like, stop it. You've already kind of accepted that you're the hero foretold. Stop being angsty about it all the time, and gosh, please let me enjoy this book that I am reading through. I feel the same way about Lord of the Rings. Gosh, I don't even want to tackle Lord of the Rings, um, just because they seem so long. End of second book, start of first. Don't you mean end of the first book, start of the second is peak angst? Because I'm in. I'm the start of the second book currently, and his angst was so great that I'm like, I can't deal with you right now. Please, for the love of God, switch to a different character so I can continue reading this book. Wait, you mean he's getting more angst? No, no, I can't finish the Wheel of Time. I have decided it's unilateral. I am no longer finishing the Wheel of Time. It's too angsty for me. Honestly, he mellows up out in the middle. I'm like, oh, fantastic. If I could survive the trip to the middle, I might enjoy the book. Honestly, give me more chapters with Perlin. He's a guy who's angsty, and he's actually it's understandable why he's so angsty. Randall Thor, he hasn't had to go through nearly as much shit as his friends are, and he's the angstiest person in the whole group. I'm like, dude, you have it so much better than anyone else in your group. When you read it, try and laugh at how angsty it is. I'm going to put it on times 4 speed so I can just get through the angsty parts and put it on point 0.5 for everyone else, just so I can actually exist outside of the angst for as long as possible. The Wheel of Time has very legit reasons for the characters to be angsty. Yes, I know he has some legit reasons to be angsty, but once he accepts the call of being a hero at the end of the first book, you feel like he should kind of be less angsty than he was at the beginning of the book. But no, he's like, no, more angst. As he okay, fair. Okay, I will admit that he did discover something else. But honestly, I'm like, you already kind of figured it was the end of the world thing. Eh, I it's it's less of a constant spiral. Okay, fair. If it's not nearly as bad of a constant spiral, I might be able to make it through. But like, give me more Perlin, please. I need more of the Wolf Boy. He's my favorite character right now, mostly because he's less angsty than any other companion other than the girl. I can't remember her name for the life of me. Yeah, I am here to be edgy and give a fuck, but I'm all out of fucks to give. Yes, that is Randall to a T. And like you get the other characters being angsty because like one was like being possessed by a cursed object. So it's like, okay, he has a reason to be angsty. One discovers that he's like a wolf man now, and if someone discovers him, he's going to be murdered, not because it's illegal, but because people think it's illegal. And he doesn't really get to understand any of that. And two of his wolf buddies got killed. And it's like, oh, my poor wolf boy. And Randall Thor, it's like, you find out he has a big destiny. Okay, that's main character, big old destiny. Yeah, doesn't want to do it. Classic, classic. I'm on this. Okay, he accepts and postpones the end of the world by the end of the first book. Okay, okay, I can like this character, and then proceeds to hate everything and everyone in his life. I what? What? Why? If he doesn't accept the call, he finally comes to terms with, okay, fair. That's a fair distinction. That's a fair distinction. Like, first thing Matt says when he finds out is, I don't want to be near you anymore. Maybe I missed that conversation, which is weird because I only listen to it in the audiobook form. Maybe I should listen to the audiobooks faster so I can get over the angst better. Although it just kind of feels like a lot of the hatred and distrust between the friend groups is mostly caused by Randall being so angsty and trying to push his friends away so much that his friends are like, you know what? Fuck you. Like, that's the level I'm getting from Randall throughout this entire thing. Wait, so he's afraid if people find out about his wolf powers, they will kill him because they think it's illegal to kill him. Thus, they want to do it because of my. No, it's because men aren't supposed to have magic in this world. So, him having wolf powers, even though it's a completely natural thing that men have had, that people have had since the ancient times, it's too close to magic, so people want to kill him because they don't want to bring the coming of the apocalypse. Even though this stuff that this wolf boy is doing is perfectly within the legal realm, but people will still try and kill him because they think it's magic when it's not. It's a primal instinct kind of thing. I'm not actually sure. There's another big thing. Yes, I know. Like, I get it. I'll probably finish reading it in the future. It's just there's a lot. Randall is a lot to take in at the beginning of the second book. Oh, the other big thing: Trollocs have wolf faces, so they think that wolf people are in league with the Trollocs. Yeah, that I did forget about that part. That is fair as well. They think they're in league with the Dark Army. So yeah, that's fair. Wolf Boy, perfectly valid to be as angsty as it is. Maybe he should be open to his friends, but I don't know. That's coming from a power of friendship kind of person where I'm like, hey, if you just talk with your friends, they'll help you sort through this angsty bullshit. But I also realize that I'm an adult. These kids are barely an adult, still have no idea what the hell they're doing. And we'll probably get to the end of all this miscommunication at a later date. I just hope that the later date is more coming soon than, yes, we'll finally figure out what the hell's been going on at the end of book 12. Also, using magic slowly drives you insane, and Rand is spending most of his time questioning how much longer he has. Something like that. Granted, I haven't read the series, but from what I got, it's not magic itself that causes you to go insane. It's just something caused all the men who had magic to go insane, and that's why it's illegal. Like, that is fair. Be open to your friends about it because they don't even know. They know he might have magic, but he doesn't talk to them about him having magic, and they don't talk to each other. Like, I think Wolf Boy is the only one that knows that that his other friend still has a knife that's going to kill him if he doesn't like remove the possession. I think I can't remember everything. uh, Perlin is the best, but man, the Wheel of Time Amazon series I'm so dirty. I haven't watched it because I heard that's like some parts of it are super accurate and other parts of it are super off the rails. Then the author died, which was another kick. I'm happy fans managed to get the series and um so so it was actually a pact that Brandon Sanderson had with the author of Wheel of Time is that if either of them died before their series ended, the other one would pick up where they left off and finish the series to not leave their readers on a cliffhanger. And so, uh, when what's his name? When Robert Jordan passed away, Brandon Sanderson took all his notes, uh, finished writing the last three books, and the fans are like, "Yep, that makes perfect sense," because Sanderson was working with all of Jordan's notes. So and he's a great author himself. So like, it's great that they were allowed to. He was allowed to bring the series to a close. Sad that the pact had to be enforced, but hey, life isn't fair sometimes. Uh, do it. Equi, what I'm hearing is that you need to go finish the second book. Hey, unfortunately, my whole time is being taken up by Words of Radiance right now, and Words of Radiance is a big chonker of a book. It is 48 hours long. It is a big old chonker of a book. Humanity found magic oil, said magic oil was straight up Satan. This started an apocalyptic level event, and the witches and wizards were fighting. Both the wizards came up with a crazy plan to seal Satan, smeared his evil all over men's magic as they sealed him, and now male casters go violently insane. Yep, nope, I remember that now. Men sacrifice themselves to seal away Satan. Yep. Makes sense, makes sense. Still need to read Jordan's OG canon books to see if they're good. Wait, did Jordan make new other series? I don't know. I don't know much about Robert Jordan's work. I probably should. Wheel of Time seems like a pretty good series. It also, I think actually put it best, is that it feels like nerd homework of you have to oh, you're getting into nerddom. Okay, you need to read Wheel of Time. You need to be into D&D. You need to you also need to read the Prime Meridian, the Meridian, and the Lord of the Rings books. Conan, Conan the Barbarian. I highly recommend doing audiobooks of Wheel of Time. Oh, I am listening to audio. Yeah, that this is my whole collection of audiobooks. I have hold on, Sanderson. I have 341 audiobooks that I can dive into at any time. These are a collection of a bunch of Audible libraries, which we have purchased. So I don't feel like it's stealing. Anyway, uh, also I did want to get into Black Prism because I heard that's pretty good as well. If you want a nice little fun book, um, I highly recommend Dungeon Crawler Carl by Matt Dinneman. I need to finish reading. I need to start reading the second book in the series. But from what I read from the first book, it's a really fun read. Why is Discord got a red dot on it? Because it means I have no. It means I have unread things. Wait, what do you mean you're? Oh, okay. So that's a. I believe. Yeah, no, that's something that I have a plugin for Discord that puts those there. So see, uh, V's got the green dot, got the yellow dots. Uh, the desk has the to blame for everything colored dot and all that jazz. Aragon spotted. Oh yeah, 100% Aragon's been spotted. Yeah, I own or have permission to own all these books. Also, this is the rarest book in my collection currently. This book you cannot get anymore. You cannot get this audiobook anymore. And for the simple reason is that no one has the license to have this narrator's work reading this book. Don't know why, but they replaced him with Will Wheaton, and I haven't read Will Wheaton's work, but R.C. Bray did such a good job with the original Martian, and it's a shame that you can no longer read that book anymore in that series, as it originally was. So I'm going to be on this high horse for the rest of time. We'll save the galaxy for food. Another classic one. This is a fun, if you like sci-fi stuff. Highly recommend We Are Legion, We Are Bob. The Bobaverse. It is fantastic. Wait, you play it at updates that have a certain narrator? Oh yeah, you play it in update. Well, no, I still own the original recordings of ours from RC Bray, and Audible actually tried to get me to be like, "Hey, you liked The Martian? Would you like The Martian?" Read by Will Wheaton. I'm like, "What?" And what's funny is that all the comments on The Martian's rating is, I can't believe they replaced the narrator. Great book, but I can't believe they replaced the narrator. I hate that Audible replaced the narrator. That is the entirety of the newest reviews on The Martian. Gave each character a voice and sang the songs. Yeah. Like, as controversial as the Harry Potter books, or the Harry Potter books author has become, the original readings by Jim Dale, peak narrator uh, for them. Highly recommend doing it. I also just realized I don't want to draw a fedora today. Or, sorry, a trilby. I do not want to draw a trilby today. So I think we're gonna go back and try and read Egg. I will say that Bob's continued aversion to exponential growth does make me want to pull my hair sometimes. Oh, 100%. Him every single time being like, oh, I don't like making more copies of myself. That it just feels like I'm less me every single and other Bobs are like, yeah, no, we just spit out 5 more of ourselves and they spit out 16 more of themselves. That's perfectly fine. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with gosh. Uh Rip Homer, the best boy. Sorry, best ship. Homer was the best among us. Um, Riker, close second. Uh, I think I stopped reading Bobaverse when original Bob is getting a little bit too angsty um the about the aliens that he's watching, which I'm like, fair. You have good reason to. But also, I think it was other things as well, including but not limited to me just not wanting to listen to books at the moment. Because I don't know about y'all, but I go through phases of listening to stuff, and it can go from, okay, you want to listen to nothing but audiobooks right now, to you want to listen to nothing but YouTube documentaries right now, to you want to listen you maybe want to listen to music. Oh wait, no, hold on. Music's boring. Let's go back to listen to YouTube documentaries. And this is just a bad cycle and it just keeps on going. So right now, I'm in the I'm in the audiobook cycle. So I'm listening to the Stormlight Archives. I'm trying to finish the Stormlight Archives so hard right now. And it will only take like 5 weeks to finish it. Yeah, yeah. They're they're like 40 to 50 minutes long, or 40 50 hours long. That's how long a work week is. I don't even have to listen to it outside of work, and it will take not even a month. It'll take a little bit over a month to finish the entirety of that. The fact that every time they run into a problem, you can trace it back to the fact that they decided, oh, well, we don't really need to scale the supply chain up. Honestly, you're not wrong. They should have multiple skunk works going, not just the one. They they really need to have multiple people working on supply chains, and like you could even have like a Bob custodian over each new inhabited planet that they have. Perfectly fine. You just have to have more Bobs making shit. You need more Bobs making shit. For YouTube documentaries, I listen to history topics, mainly military, era spanning topics, or about certain civilizations. Have you heard about the fat electrician? I highly recommend his channel. I found his channel through the Berlin Airlift, and then his ongoing series, and then his ongoing series of badasses with bad eyesight. It's so funny how that's such a common topic. Fat files are great. Had no idea that government cheese was a thing. Like I saw the skit, but I thought it was just a crack. I saw the original skit talk about government cheese in a van down by the river, but I didn't pay much attention to the government cheese part. To find out that it's actually a thing, and there's a cabal of dairy farmers convincing the American people to drink more milk because they are overproducing. I had no idea. The Old Bastards, that's my favorite one. I love The Old Bastards. What do the different colors on Discord mean? They're just your role color. I don't know why I have it on there, but yeah, they're just different. They're just your role color, so I could easier see them. I guess. I honestly I have no idea. This is the kind of thing you actually have to do, national security type stuff. Like, yeah, like I get it. So what does light blue mean? What do you mean light blue? Oh, uh, t- t- so wait, I I didn't show any light blue, did I? Oh, unless you're talking about All Stars color, which is official greeter of Ordo Ordo All Startes. Yeah, that's All Stars official rank. Or we have Hot Pink, which is just server booster. You you did this to us. I did nothing to you. It's I've reached back around and I'm distracting you. Oh, you're not talking about Discord colors. You're talking about chat colors. Oh, oh yeah, they don't mean anything. They are completely randomized per person uh, in the chat. So they honestly don't mean anything other than, oh, this is this person talking, this is this person talking. It makes it much more colorful than having just one set color for every single username. Don't I choose them? No. They are automatically randomized. That's why I can see Seth sneaking in because he's purple. You remember choosing your color? I hold on. Back to the dashboard. Um, let's see, because this is through Truffle. So going back to Truffle real quick. Do I have settings? No. Apps. Chat settings. Manage OBS. Main scene. Um, Show platform icon, message color, scene, chat message, type, option, match size, emote size, typography, message, font weight, animation, additional settings. Yeah, no, this is just. Um, yeah, no, this is just automatic. If I switch to one of my backup chats, it'll be like completely different because like we have the chat box. Maybe hold on. What is this chat box for? Oh, that is also truffle. Why do I have two truffle chat boxes? Anyway, close that. Open that one. Where am I getting this backup chat from? Streamlabs. Well, I have no idea. This kind of thing is beyond me. Maybe YouTube's finally doing the thing that I've always wanted them to do, which is just to have randomized colors. Seth is purple flavored, but I'm buggo flavored. Gosh, that just reminds me. Like, have you seen those suckers where they have like a scorpion in in the middle of the sucker? How would Idol react to those suckers? Would he think like, "Ooh, tasty treat," or would he think that it reminds him too much of Topaz's Room of Death? uh, yeah, just changes it. Oh, yeah, just on Discord. I'm a nobody. Satch. No, no. Hold on. Let's see Discord. Um. Well, you're technically yes, but only because you have no You have no roles in the changing of the guard server. Let's blame Desk for that because we can't blame Drake because Desk is to be blamed for everything. So it's technically Desk's fault that you have no color icon next to your server remote. So wait, Farfella's just changed his. So wait, does that mean? Hold on. Now you're making me question things. Can I change my color? Well, what is? If only I was paying money, my name would be a different color. Or maybe just ask Drake for one because we have multiple ones that aren't monetary flavored, like All Stars color or pensives. Let's see, who else do we have in here that at Desk he just has to blame for everything. Uh, Unofficial Greeter Extra Heretical Edition Mark II, that's Archimedes. Officially Runt is Arcaniters. Like, there's a couple, but yeah, it just goes down to rules. Uh, L Spaceship, Unofficial Greeter, and Disobedient Heretic. Okay, Bruce is the band. There's a couple. There's a couple in here. Oh, it makes it hard to read my tabs. Too low res. I know those themes are often really low res. Oh, you click on your name and you can change the color? Hold on, what color am I? I'm curious what my color is. I'm red. I don't want it to be red. Um So either go to channel, pin, or remove. I don't want any of those. I'm curious how to do this now. I shall not. I shall not beg. Well, if you want a different color in Discord, that's the only thing it can do. Unless you want to be a server booster. I only get a removed option. Yeah, I have go to channel. That's kind of the only option I get. But no, I want to be a different color. I want to be blue. Abadi abadai. Click on the one right above the text box. Hold on. Now we're all figuring out how to change our colors in the Discord chat now. Oh, you mean on Discord? I thought you meant on YouTube. Oh, I also thought you meant on YouTube. Um, yeah, I have no idea how to do it on on YouTube Discord. Um, let's see. No, you're still. Granted, that's all my things, so you're still a Mod L citizen. Oh, you are talking about YouTube. Okay, then how do I do it? Oh. Oh? No. Let's see, does... Can I be... I want to be tealy. Question. Hey! I'm teal now! Let's go! Yeah, so it's only if you have truffle. No! Or wait, maybe it's not if you only have truffle. It could be if you only have truffle. So yeah. So yeah, I idle a former changeling spy makes Topaz Tempest Fizzlepop. Can hear thoughts due to her brother when they move into the shape. If I remain a former assassin. It's an interesting concept. And instead of colorblind as mute. It's an interesting concept, but it almost feels like it's too far away from their characterizations. Because if Idol was a changeling spy, he wouldn't be nearly as obvious as he is in the canon, or not obvious. He wouldn't be so oblivious as he is in the canon. And half the fun of Changeling of the Guard is having Idol work through accidental faux pas and try to figure out how to exist in the world. Um, but if he was already a changeling spy, then it would kind of ruin that magic. And then if it's let's see, if like I could maybe see Topaz being a former assassin. I mean, she's pretty timid to be she's fairly timid but also outgoing. So assassin might work for her, maybe using various poisons only found in various insects and whatnot. I could definitely see that. If Tempest being able to read thoughts or being able to be telepathic because of her broken horn, maybe it's very possible, but I feel like that would only work if she had her talent being more associated with being able to read minds to some sort. Like if Matismo was able to had his horn broken, him being telepathic, I could see that because his QD mark, his special talent already leans towards that. Whereas, uh, since Fizzlepop's talent more lends towards fireworks, it's more likely she could just blow things up with her mind. And plus, a horn is more a focal point, so losing that would make it much harder to find those things happening. To be fair, Topaz could come home covered in blood, tell Idol it was a wild day, and he'd never think twice. Yes, that is 100% within. That is 100% in character for the both of them. Of Circus, Tempest, and Twilight becoming friends and being the first CMC. If, but if it's Philly Twilight, it would have to be before she became Celestia's youngest, before she became Celestia's personal student, because the CMC only formed because they're trying to find their cutie marks. But Twilight already kind of had a love for books and knowledge, so it kind of would have gone against her almost. Uh, not against her. It kind of would have been like you already are trying to work. She was already working towards that goal, and then she found herself as Celestia's student by virtue of trying to reach that goal. So her, so it kind of takes that away from her characterization to be a CMC because it would have meant she wasn't as studious as she was in the show, or she really wasn't. She was interested in magic, but not enough to want to be Celestia's pupil, or not enough to get into the school for gifted unicorns. I mean, well, it is an AU. That's fair. That is very fair. So that's why I'm not saying. That's why I'm not just like knocking off, be like, too unrealistic. It's like AUs are fun to play around with concepts and whatnot. Although my favorite styles of AUs are ones that I'm like, okay, if this changed, if this one setting in the universe got tweaked, then this is the cascade from that effect. I love that. That's great. Which is why I liked the backstory behind Fallout Equestria so much, which is what if one thing got tweaked? What if Equestria was brought into war because uh, of a not because anyone was stupid, but because they Equestria relied too much on coal, and the zebras relied too much on equestrian like gemstones, and then misunderstandings happen, and then boom, you get pulled into a war. Celestia abdicates in favor of Luna because she can't handle war. Luna takes it even further, and you can see the dominoes and the building blocks, the domino effects of, gosh, if one thing turned out to be slightly different, this world wouldn't need to exist. That's my favorite style of AU. And granted, there's multiple styles of AUs. It's just that's my preferred one. Have a good one. Have a good one, Karma. See ya next. See ya next week. Although I suspect you're going to be messaging me about getting some Baron artwork while I'm while I'm out at the con. Twilight the Terrible is also a good AU where Nightmare Moon has to save her Equestria from an insane Philly Twilight. So is Twilight insane as a filly, then then like is taking over Equestria? So by the time Nightmare Moon returns, she's like, "Oh, I have to fix shit," or did my Nightmare Moon get returned early? Also, welcome, Aster. You've made it just in time for me to almost end stream. Yeah, if you're not against it, the artist isn't against it, and I send you the money, I'd appreciate it. Yeah, 100%. Uh, do you want me to like send you like the picture of a picture of all his offerings, and then you just send me which ones you'd like, and I just pick them up for you? Uh, I guess we could discuss that later in DMs, but yeah, I'm totally down with doing that. During the Twi's entrance exam, she accidentally drained Celestia for magic. When Celestia tried to calm her surge down, as a result, Twilight went insane. Honestly, I could see that. I could see that, especially if, as a result of the surge just becoming too powerful, that Twilight's parents didn't really get turned back from being a potted plant and whatnot. I could definitely see her going insane from quote unquote killing her idol. Um, I could see Twilight becoming insane, although it feels like there's other protections in place to maybe stop Twilight. But I can see where the building blocks are falling down. Yeah, hell yeah. Just let me know and I'll pick it up for you. Celeste, he was obsessed with fixing what happened. Celestia is still alive, was very weakened. Her parents still plants, and Spike's still huge. Yeah, I could definitely see her being obsessive, maybe going insane. Despite Celestia trying to calm her down, I could definitely see that. But that lasting long enough for Nightmare Moon to escape, because Nightmare Moon's not held back by Celestia's magic, it's held back by the elements of harmony. Like, if the elements of harmony, sensing Celestia's weakened state and trying to save Equestria, so they release Nightmare Moon early, I might be able to see that because we've seen that they're semi sentient. But yeah, like anything happening with Philly Twilight is you have to justify it in certain ways because especially if you jump to Nightmare Moon, because there's a good 10, 8 to 10 years maybe between Twilight's entrance exam and uh, her finding out about Nightmare Moon. It's probably even longer. It's more like 15 if we see that, if we think her entrance exam is when she's like 5, 8 at the latest, and she's at the youngest like 20 during when Nightmare Moon gets released. I th- if you can't tell, I think about timelines a lot. The magic she absorbed kept her young. Okay, actually, I can see that because alicorns don't really they age very slowly. Yes, okay. This is what I say. Like having that the explanations for it, the more you can be like, oh hey, I know this might be a plot hole, but here's that explanation for why that isn't a plot hole. That's what I really enjoy because it goes way deeper into Equestria's magic system, which we don't really know that much about other than we guess that this is what alicorn magic can do. Be right back. Neighbor wants me to take her trash out. All right, have fun. But like for example, in Magura's Full of the Forest and the Savage Sky series that they put out, like it delves really deeply into Equestria's magic system, where Earth ponies, unicorns, and Pegasi, they are all capable of magic, but they all only touch it at the surface, and the ones who train to like bring their magic to the full force of might that it can be at, they are literally forces of nature to be reckoned with, and the only reason why the Hearthwarming Carol didn't get escalate into a full blown war was because they had them on. Every faction had them, and it basically was like, "Hey, we're not doing it because it would literally end the world." So no, they literally use mutually assured destruction to keep the peace between all the tribes, despite them hating each other. Also, also amusingly, while Nightmare Moon is trying to save her world, Canon Luna is slowly talking down Nightmare Moon from wanting revenge on her own world. Okay, that is very interesting. It's just Nightmare Moon. Nightmare Moon's an interesting villain because we don't get to see a lot about her. The times we do see her in canon is when she's freshly returned from the moon, and when she's been the ruler of Equestria for about 1,000 years because she trapped Celestia into the sun. Actually, no, she didn't rule Equestria for 1,000 years. She defeated Celestia when she returned from the moon without. So she was ruling for like 5 years, maybe. So we don't get to see a lot of her personality other than, ah, yes, I am big and evil and shit. Muhahaha. But she also semi cares for her citizens, given that uh, some strong citizens like Rarity and Rainbow, and I think we also see Applejack. I don't think actually no, I don't think we see Applejack in that flashback. We see them as like, okay, we don't like it, but we'll follow you. And then they are working with Nightmare Moon's logic and whatnot. So I can definitely see that. Also, gosh, it actually just makes me think Rainbow is incredibly not loyal in that universe because she puts all her loyalty for Celestia into her loyalty for Nightmare Moon. Unless there's a story that comes along that shows that especially unless they're all hidden members of a cabal that are strictly to try and take down Nightmare Moon from the inside, which would be a fun thing for the show to have like taken on if we were in that universe longer, or a fan fiction author was in that universe longer. But I'm not sure. Rainbow isn't really loyal in any universe. She was incredibly loyal for like the first during the first season, and then she kind of gets more and more. She gets less and less loyal as the series goes on. Honestly, this is why I kind of support the theory that Applejack is loyalty and Rainbow is honesty. Because Applejack lies a ton, whereas Rainbow uh, doesn't really. Like, she can, but she's really bad at it. Almost as bad as Applejack, honestly. uh, and Applejack constantly by her friend's side. The one time she wasn't loyal to the town was when she ran off because she didn't win any awards because she felt she failed the town. Like, if that's not a screwed part of loyalty, I don't a screwed perspective of loyalty of her thinking she's not loyal to the town because she wasn't able to bring home a blue ribbon. That's a completely different take on it, and I actually really like that interpretation. So Applejack being the element of loyalty, honestly, makes so much more sense. Then honestly, because yeah, Applejack's not really. She's an honest business partner. Honestly, that's about it because she kind of tells lies of omission or white lies like all the time. It's kind of funny. But oh, I thought I saw something. Nope, that's gone. Anyway, I think I should wrap it up here though. Thank y'all for coming out for my procrastination stream of where I don't really read anything. I don't really get anything else done. It's just a good time for everyone all around. Uh, I'll see you next week. Not next Sunday. Well, actually, let's see. I won't see you next week because I'll be at the convention. If any of you want to meet me at the convention, I'm going to be at Everfree Northwest. Look for the big guy in a Minecraft creeper hoodie, filled to the brim with buttons, and a fedora slash trilby on his head with a big old owl feather hanging out of it. And then you'll find me. Take pictures. I don't care. It's not that I don't like posting my images to the internet. It's just I I just don't feel like it. But yeah, have fun. If anyone, yeah, come say hi. You'll find me roaming the convention around, and I don't mind pictures at all. Who knows? Maybe in a few years we'll do like official meetups. I don't know. Does that sound weird to do official meetups when I'm not? If we can manage to get if we can manage to get Drake to one of these conventions, we'll do like an official meetup. Like, hey, come meet V. Come meet the author of the best horse series, and also this burb that makes funny sounds into a mic. I don't know, but V. Oh man, I'm just doing my farewell speech because we know that I'm a fan of Midwestern goodbyes. The problem is the servers scattered around the world. Yeah, that's fair, but there is a chance that if V were to go to a convention, people are like, I want to be V. For me, I don't know if people will be that interested in meeting me, but hey, you'll find me. It won't be anything official, but hey, you're welcome to drop by and say hey. Okay. I'm trying to convince everyone to peer pressure you into coming to a convention one of these days. Taking forever and leaving with a lot of leftovers? Oh, absolutely, Farfella. Welcome back, Seth. But yeah, V, we need to peer pressure you into coming to a convention. I think you'd have a great time. It doesn't even have to be pony related, but like who knows? Maybe there's a furry con that we can get you to instead. It might be the best to meet up with something less shameful, like an anime con. Oh, that's hilarious. If you want to meet up at HachiCon, I'm down. Oh man. The world that we live in, that anime is less shameful than a horse convention. Oh man, what about anime horse convention? That's where we get everyone in on it. But yeah, we'll be all seeing y'all around. Not next week because I'll be at the convention all weekend. I'll be sure to take some pictures so that way everyone can. Now announcing IdleCon. IdleCon? No, stop that. Also, I recently began reading a fic. How can it be burnout when I feel great when Celestia goes Daybreaker during an argument with Sunset? Interestingly, instead of insane, it mellows her out and she and Sunset make up. Interesting. Honestly, I see that like the Sunbreaker, Nightmare Moon forms are less. Yes, we're evil now, and they're more like you're tapping into strong emotions, kind of like when Twilight went Rapidash on us, and they're just kind of like whatever emotion that you were in, it kind of just like stews you in that emotion even more and emphasizes it. So Daybreaker mellowing her out would be interesting because becoming Daybreaker mellows her out because she's burnt out on just being argumentative all the time. I could definitely see that. That would be a very interesting one. In the story, the nightmare forms are attributed to Alicorn stress. Yep, I can definitely see that. It sounds very, very interesting. But yeah, like if we ever meet up, I'll have to get you a little uh, uh, idol if we or V. If we ever meet up, I'll have to get you like a little guard helmet or something. That way, everyone knows exactly who you are. But any hoozles, I better get going. I got like 45 minutes to get ready for the local meetup that we're doing. But I'll see whoever's going to be there at the convention this weekend. I'll see you there. If not, I will see y'all later. My ass is showing up in an idol themed Pope Mobile. It's going to be the Hatsune Miku car, but instead of that, it's just going to be various pictures of idol all over it. Get mistaken for someone else like someone I know. Thing is, Aster, the reason I got mistaken for a much popular content creator was I was actively wearing their iconography, which now I realize I probably shouldn't do that. Like it's a cool thing. I shouldn't be wearing it if I don't want to get mistaken as someone as someone else. If I wore idol themed stuff, I would not be surprised if people thought I was V. I mean, you brought it to support them. No, I didn't buy it. I did not buy it. I made it. I made two of them. One to give to them and one for them to sign so I can keep forever. Gosh, no, this is how Drake's going to show up to an idol con or an idol meetup is that there's just going to is he's going to just show up and someone's going to hand him and be like, here's an idol fursuit for you. That way he can remain anonymous. We'll never see Drake's real face. Either that, or we all plan it out that multiple people are wearing idol fursuits to some degree so that we can recreate that part of the story where it's like, but it's my face. No, you're good, Aster. Anyway, I'll see you in a few minutes, but to everyone else, I'll see you in a couple of weeks uh, the con once the once I get back from the con and recuperate from that. Thankfully, I am for a first vacation in a couple of years. It's not going to be relaxing, But it's definitely going to be full of fun and whimsy, that's for sure. I am Idle Hooves. No, I am Idle Hooves. I'm Spartacus. No, I'm Spartacus. I'm Spartacus. I had a great time at Babs. Don't forget. Oh gosh, that I didn't even tell that con story. Maybe I'll include that in a couple of weeks, and I'll just tell multiple con stories. Someone just walks up, and I'm Moth Chaser. One person shows up as Moth Chaser, one person shows up as Topaz, surrounded by like 10 idols. Oh man. Well, well. Anyway, I will. I don't know. Maybe 10 idols. Maybe we could get more, but I don't know if anyone wants to commit to the bit that hard. The I'm Spartacus bit, but it's just all idle hooves. Sounds like a con, all right. Oh, 100%. Gosh, if it wasn't so close to the con, I might see if I could fit some idle iconography on me. But then I don't know if anyone would recognize it. And is there really any idle iconography that I could wear other than uh, the classic Idle Hooves picture that V has for his profile, just blown up, and now it's like, you know, the Stary Bell meme. It's the Stary Idol meme. Walks in, sees 10 idols, turns around and locks the door. Everyone gets a name tag, Idle Hooves. Oh man, gosh, I was. No, she didn't walk back out. I No, Moth would walk in, see everything, and turn around, and just lock the door, lock herself in with the 10 idols. Oh man, maybe that's something we bring up to Eric. Maybe I acquire his services to make stickers for Stary Idol for the whole con. And anyone that comes up to me will get an Idle Hoof sticker. Oh man, I shouldn't make promises, but it's just too much fun. Oh man. Anyway, yeah, 100%. By the way, again, this is why I start saying goodbye early, because it's it's been 20 minutes. So hold on, I need to do the classic. Well, I guess it's time for us to go. And we shall see y'all in a few weeks. Catch you later. And if I see any of you at the con, or I'll hopefully see some of you at the con. If not, well, catch you later. Take care. Bye.